EB on Tumblr writes, "Oh, I miss everyone. Sad, yeah, unless you read it in the context of a really bad Russian sniper shamefully reporting back to his boss. Short was me. I miss everyone." This is something I see particularly Tumblr do a lot of, a seemingly innocuous post followed by posts that a gnome would make, or "Are you a phone?" r/recontext bristles with these, as some of you pointed me towards in the comments from my extreme deliberate misinterpretations video. They're similar, but different. If you'll recall, I ended that video misinterpreting American sports team names, and if we were to take Hogs looking good tonight, this group would probably say, actually, most pig petting farms are better to look around in the daytime, whilst r/recontext really puts you in the scene. Me gassing up the fellas at the urinal. Fried rice enthusiast is serving #Arthur. What does this mean? We're dressed up like Arthur from the TV show, but also the Knights of the Round Table be like, at P. Didsey is watching a penalty in football. That's a pen, LaMelle. That's definitely a pen, surely. Fucking hell, surely that's a pen. Me in the stationery shop. That is not the right spelling of stationery. All shops are stationary. You get the idea. My dog, the second I accidentally drop his leash. Let me say this as clearly and simply as I can. I'm running. Everybody shut up about clubs. I don't care. Caveman about to invent the spear. The hell is E? Albert Einstein in 1905. Getting in the car I've left parked in the sun all day. It is truly unreal how fucking hot you are. It blows my mind. Don't care, plus didn't ask, plus making a big soup run. The three witches at the beginning of Macbeth. DJs with lisps. Does anyone have any song recommendations? Grinning cat face with smiling eyes. When Mario starts to doubt himself during a speed run. I will never make a diss record. In a similar genre, Italian PE teacher explaining a long jump. Just do a leaper. Whilst mothers with postpartum depression can't bring myself to get excited by Gaga anymore. Actually impossible to have any kind of conversation with my brother. I made such a banger post. Me working at the fence factory. I am 26 years old and I was bought a football. The kind of shit you say when you have a language oral exam in school. Spaghetti when you boil it. This is the end of being straight. You bro, how's it going? Me when I see a perpetual motion device. Yo, bro, how is it going? Me when my friend from Oklahoma, who I'm going to visit, calls to ask if I'm nearly there, but I'm running late. Nah, man, I'm pretty fucking far from okay. I should figure out how to home brew Monster, actually. Alright, Dr. Frankenstein. Peter is so annoying. Okay, Lois Griffin. Lactose intolerant people when they eat ice cream. I can't process this! Broken heart emoji. Self-fulfillment and psychological need to be held, whilst rice is a basic need. Are you a wet cell phone? The idea of my age not starting with a 1 anymore. Me when I turned 2. Run DMC in an alternate universe. It's not like that. Honestly, we used to have hard rock, but now all we have is metal. What happened? Ancient humans when the Stone Age ended and the Bronze Age began. Oh, why do I even bother? Pop though, pop is healing. Pink heart. Snap and crackle after visiting the hospital. Me at the zoo when it's feeding time. Finally watching the penguin and it is eating. I love House. Termite asked about its favourite food. Reminds me of this post from the similar r/reply bubbles. The Wire is so good. We'll do 3 more from this sub quickly. Fuck, I need a mate so bad. Nope, not giving that idiot a platform. And need to be bred so bad. Love. To cause situations. I hate to be near them, really. Butterflies when they flap their wings. I miss Vine. Tarzan's last thought as he plummets to the jungle floor. Newton when he discovered gravity. No! Apple is down! Lonely cry face emoji! Teslas when they see a little kid crossing the street. Going forward. Meanwhile, over on Meta. Legs are coming soon. Are you excited? Party popper emoji. Tadpoles. Cavemen when their angry tribe leader wakes up and demands they go on another hunt. Grok is woke, unfortunately. Fossils when they get unearthed. In an era. Not saying which one. Me and my 12 oomphs are going out for dinner tonight. Loudly crying face emoji, growing heart emoji. Jesus. I'm gonna get more lashes today. Repentant Catholics in the 14th century be like, yeah, can you delete this off my post? Starving pirates contemplating their last meal. Would y'all ever try, Polly? How do y'all draw so fast? Mediocre cowboys at high noon? Guys, it's so hashtag me-core. Mr. Krabs at the Chernobyl nuclear reactor. Me-core! Me choosing the 4-digit codes for produce at a grocery store. Right, 2023 is gonna be bananas. Me whispering the password that opens up a trap door. Skull emoji. Man, I suck before we I suck after we What am I? The Riddler giving a clue to Batman. Riddle me this, Batman! I sucked. My son's outside. I'm just imagining him being told, shh, Daddy's working in there. He's got to pretend to be the Riddler. Suck it. Anyway, whilst I've got you, a couple of things. Number one, sorry that I have the flu and this video is even more nasal than usual. And sorry, there is no Matt Rose Monday next week for Monday the 3rd of November. I'm off on my annual traditional lads holiday all week. We will be back on November the 10th. Oh, gosh, burned the fuck out of my wings. Loudly crying face emoji. Broken heart emoji. Fuck my life. Icarus. Toutes les affaires sont vancées, toutes les côtes en montants, tous les temps. Why is it in French and so long? Me after seeing a baguette. Asexuals. In and out is not worth the hype. When I pack too much for a short trip. 11 pants. Idiot reacts to a 130-year sentence. Idiot reacts to 130. This is just me trying to read Ulysses. Cool, thanks. Pigeons when you give them crumbs. Shut up. Don't know what list they're discussing here, but a number 4 is still okay, but a bit funny and weird. But number 5, that's too much, I'd say. Preschoolers discussing about the size of numbers. Billie Eilish has posted, fuck you guys. If Sisyphus had Instagram. At Rolling Stone, fuck Rolling Stone. Almost every time I go through JFK, something weird happens. Things bullets say. These things would have been way cooler if they were actual comics instead of unappealing walls of text. I don't mind reading. Charles Xavier lying to Magneto about his powers. Oh, sorry. I don't mind reading. Every conversation between R2-D2 and C-3PO. You're unable to view this tweet because this account only limits who can view their tweets. That's nasty. You are unable to view this tweet because this account only limits who can view their tweets. You know, sometimes I wonder about that in real life. Computers. Oh, God, the amount of cookies I had tonight. Wii and Xbox 360. The size difference is huge. Me explaining what God is. Jesus, that's gigantic. Ever since I was a small child, I knew I wanted to be indoors on the computer. Me too, Hat. Me too. Me when I'm speaking to my hat clone. Me to Hat. Me too. Okay, but how does one mess up that badly? He's just not very good at spelling. But how did they misspell it 2 different ways in a row? An idea to make numbers have the same amount of letters as they represent. So it'd go auto tray 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, tiox. Away, in I love you. White moms naming their kid. Phone in pocket shenanigans. Me when I fall asleep mid-conversation and start having an erotic dream about Martin Luther King. Honestly, I appreciate the outsider perspective. It helps me realise my language has many anti-baby Pellen. I'm okay. We end though on r/Tinder. Chat, did I cook broken hearts? There's a lot of broken hearts in this video. Hiya. Karate motherfuckers when they hit something. Oh.